What's up guys, Masta Styles here, back with another Let's Play Eternal Evolution video. And today we're going to do a walkthrough of Chapter 15 of Twilight Lands. Yes, it's not 16. I do my live run through Chapter 16 once it goes live. But again, I'm over here on the free-to-play account. And one thing I want to note, as I mentioned in the last video, that on the free-to-play account, I was going to get the new hero 2 Immortal and Hyper Evolve. I did get lucky and pulled 2 copies of the hero, I guess. I don't really remember, but all I know is that he's Immortal, Hyper Evolve, and eventually I'll get him to 120. I just don't have enough of the hero XP. So again, don't mind the low combat power because again, over here I don't have good gear. Like, look at what I have here, and I didn't even level them up. That was just the recommended gear. So I am gonna bring him through Twilight Lands, and let's actually switch around some of these gears because I don't really know what the thought process of the game was. Still got some gear on him. Should put damage reduction, to be honest, but the reason why I'm making the walkthrough for 15 is because 15, for some people, depending on your level, it could be easy, but for some people it could be tough. Here, the drill is pretty much the same. Whichever team that you have that works the best, you pretty much attack. So here I'm running Daniel and the new hero Nord, and what's her name, Motoko. Purin's actually the next hero I'm gonna focus on, because again, when it comes to Purin pretty much, it just goes with everybody. It's the #1 hero in the game. Yeah, you can argue with me and say that it's Dom. Dom is number 2, my opinion personally. So in this situation here, the person in the front takes a lot of initial damage, and you'll see here. I wish you could pause this sometimes. So I controlled Dominic and I slapped that there. Nord could die too. So I don't know what happened to Purin there. Purin took a lot of damage. And I think I might take out Motoko because she's so squishy. Like, she gets so squishy because, you know, I don't understand what it is about her kit, the design of her, that makes her so squishy. But I do have it. Immortal. I have an Awaken 5 Daniel, so if I was to pick between the two of the Awakening, I would definitely go with Daniel. I'm not saying Leo's not good, I just don't have him at Awakening 5, but I do have Daniel, and Daniel puts in work. So here, look, you just drop the beer in the middle, and he stuns everybody. Purin comes over the top to pretty much clear out this. So again, if you've been watching the series, you know that we get stuck on 16-4. That was the thing that we were stuck on last time, and we'll see if we can do better, you know, because here with the bear just destroying everything, Purin's actually not taking too bad of the damage, probably because of, not Purin, I mean Motoko over there, because normally she's squishy. So in this situation here, I would go the Summoner, but they do have that big damage that they do. The Vanguards, I don't really care for that one. And the tanks, you need to put tanks in there. I don't feel like going through all that. I want to run the same team. This one, whatchamacallit, could die. Purin. Because Purin's the one that I have to worry about because she tends to die. But the new hero, interestingly enough, right? He has good healing in his kit, and I love it. I just don't understand why his ultimate don't crit. I'm not a big fan of what is happening here. Oh, Purin need to take this guy out. Purin. Why do I keep saying Purin? Fiona. Not Fiona. Oh my god. It's too early in the morning. Purin is dead. Now the question I'm asking myself, I don't really want to continue with this. So what I'm going to do here, since Purin is getting wiped out, this is what we're going to make an adjustment here. Let's go with Fiona and see what Fiona can do. if she brings a little bit more to the table because of the invincibility. Hopefully the invincibility pops at the right time and I won't keep saying Purin. But here, what's her name? Let's go with this. Motoko is still squishy at these lower levels. She really is. You just don't know how to take a hit. But she can dish it out though. She can dish it out. And yeah, so again, when it comes to 15, if you have a decent level immortal heroes, it tend to be easier. All the way up to 15. Once you get to all the way up to 16, you can pretty much use immortal heroes. And here we'll just let it ride out. And I do love Daniel's beer, man. And that's what I was saying originally before anything. That was something that I was saying, that if the beer can move around, that changes everything. But let me tell you now, the weakness of Daniel is him. If he can't get out his ultimate, then he's going to struggle. So this right here could be a wall. This one, especially with this unicorn here, could be a wall. But let's see how we do. And we're taking a lot of damage because of Omar. Omar hits so hard, man. Only if the actual Omar that we have could do as much damage as this Omar here. The shield's up and the shield's down. So invincibility kicks in. Perfect. Just in time. Nice. So here, again, I could go Assassins. I could, which would be easier. But now I also want to showcase what the new hero can do. And like I was saying, that I don't understand why his ultimate don't crit. Tanks don't do that much damage either. That's another team that don't do a lot of damage. And here he's going to take a lot of damage. But he does do a big heal. And I do want to look at what type of gear, because he does a big heal. I need to look at his kit again to see. There's a point where he does a big heal. I don't know if it's close to death or whatever the case may be, but there are moments where I see that he's doing that big heal. But again, I can see the progression in my account, because 15 sometimes do give me some issues. You know, sometimes I have to do reset, so I'll do that again, and it's not looking too bad. And he's immortal. You know, the gear is not the greatest, and he's definitely standing tall, because if that was Nord in these situations, Nord would be wiped out. You see, look at Nord. He's second in terms of the focus. So I'm looking, the damage is not great, of course, because the ultimate don't crit. When the ultimate don't crit, you don't do a lot of damage. So he also has another ability, the new hero, that he takes less damage from ultimate. I think 50% less damage. This one here could be in this. I would love to see this boss. If they ever put this boss as the main boss, and two of them, oh my goodness. This hunter boss right here could be very obnoxious, because if you can't get rid of the shields on the heroes, the elite heroes here, you're gonna die instantly, you know. And let's see, I don't think we're gonna get to him fast enough, because Purin's not gonna be able to kill him right now. Oh, why do I keep calling her Purin? Motoko, my goodness, Motoko actually did it. There you go. And that's why I like her though. Motoko dishes out a lot of damage though. When you put her in the right settings, man, she can wipe out that team. But we're moving fast here. And I think chapter 16, you know, for those that can clear it, is going to be easy. It's probably going to be like, I want to say 10, maybe 10, 7 to 10 minutes, because it's a hunter boss. So you understand, you got to understand that when I hear hunter boss, it's going to be, what do you call that? It's going to be assassins. It's not even a hunter boss anymore. I don't even know why they even bother, even waste their time and say that. So the stun, and yeah, I think that was a better adjustment, switching out to taking out Purin and going to Fiona here because of the invincibility that comes in every now and then. And Purin again, I love Purin, don't get me wrong. It's just that she needs to get to those higher levels to start seeing what she can bring. But Fiona has the invincibility at lower levels. So, and the other part about that is that I was running generalist, so I'm supposed to take less damage. But new guy here surviving in the front, taking on the brunt of everything. And that's the other thing too. So for a new player, when you think about it, should you pick up this tank? Yeah, you do. You want to pick up this tank because you need a front. You're gonna need a frontliner, whether to go through story or progressing through the content. So here, right, this is 15-9. I'm picking this one because I want to see how the new hero is going to stand up to the damage. And actually, I'm going to even do one better. No, not Purin. I don't want Purin on that side. There we go. We'll put Nord there. So let's do a little test here to see how much, because he has nothing that's anything. Prototype's not helping him. Commander's not helping him. He's basically out there with his abilities and his kit. So only thing he got going on for him is the generalist here that pretty much gives single target attacks can't exceed 30% of max HP. That's the only benefit he has going on. So let's see what he does. And it's full frontal and he dies. Yeah, full frontal, it dies. Okay. So let's split it up. Let's see when we put it into Nord. He can survive. So full frontal may be too much. Might be a little bit too much. But let's watch what he does here. He's in his shield. And I think once he goes into that shield, then that's when he does a big heal. I don't want to restart this. So Purin, let's take out, keep saying Purin. Let's take out Motoko. I'm actually going to put in Shinji, my guy here. Give me my guy, Shinji. And for support, because again, this one is annoying because the spiders do so much damage. And we could switch it because we got two. Yeah, we'll switch it and go to that. We don't need this anymore. We'll switch over to protecting Daniel. And this is what you gotta do. Switch it around. I think we have solar flare, right? Yeah, we do. No, we want this one. Yeah, floating room. Yeah. So let's see. I think I need to control Nord too, because Nord is gonna be doing things that I don't like. And we can, yeah, crowd control. Let Shinji do his thing. And that's it. Just that small adjustment changed everything. Think about that. Just that small adjustment. And that's very interesting because sometimes, you know how hard that was just now. Everybody was dying. Now we just made that small adjustment, switching around the heroes. And that is it. And I could see 16 going just like this too. I could see 16 going just like this. So this one could be frustrating because we gotta go back to Motoko because we're gonna need that heavy damage for the back. And switching back over to everything because again, we still have to make that adjustment again. And there's a couple of prototypes that I do need for the assassin team, which is the actual phantom cloak. Because with this one, this is very easy. This is more for the newer players that don't really know. Once you kill the boss, it's pretty much over. I gotta remember I'm controlling Nord, and I'm gonna let Nord do his thing. And what I'm gonna do here, even if dies, it's just gonna continue. I'm not gonna reset. So what I would do here is just use Motoko and crash into this. Take that out. We still didn't finish. Dominic is too far. We're gonna die. We're not gonna make it. We're gonna die. Yep, I knew it. I knew it. The reason why I say I knew it is because we didn't have enough damage. So what I'm gonna do is actually hold off on the bear. Hold off on the bear and hold off on Can you wait? And can they, like, I want them to fix this. Look at my frustration here, right? Can we get the, up here on this top corner right here, can we get the option to turn on the ultimates? Turn them on, turn them off. Right up here needs to have that. Can you guys add that? Because look, I'm trying to shut off Motoko and I don't have enough time to do it. I have to restart it because I pressed the wrong button. And I pressed the wrong button again. Oh boy, this is so frustrating. She's still gonna do it. Okay, there we go. Because I'm the reason why I wanted to stop that is because if you don't stop this thing over here when it starts, it becomes very annoying and obnoxious. It's frustrating. Oh, Nord. Yeah, see, we need one more. There we go. Now just finish it off and we should be done here. Yeah. But once the boss is on the ground like that, it takes a lot of damage. It's going to summon that thing again. But hopefully we can take him out in time. Should be done here. One more. And I think we're going to... Oh my goodness. It's all this movement. There we go. Yeah. Not really tough, but that summoning over there, imagine if there was two of those. Be very, very annoying. But that was 15. Once you get to a certain point, it's not that tough. So let's pick up Fifth Element again. I don't know why we keep getting the same recycled prototypes. Like, there is still the new prototypes that are in the game that we have yet to see. And I see a lot of people complaining about that, and it makes sense because where are these ones down here? Where are the book? Where's the book? Where's the arrow? What's going on? These two have been out for months now, and they still haven't added them to Twilight Lands. By now, we should have already at least have the notebook here, right? The notes of the cosmos, right? We should already had that. I've seen this prototype. Where is it? Not this one. Not that one. Where is it? Oh, I don't even have a copy of it. But the one that they're giving out now for Twilight Lands, I think this is the second time. I've seen the Eye of Annihilation as the main reward. But that could mean that the next hero is going to be a Vanguard. That's what that means. Because look, if you look, you see that there, and then the main reward for the top 5 is a Vanguard prototype. So just a heads up, maybe I'm wrong. Hopefully I'm wrong, because we need a new summoner in the game. Somebody was pointing out that we don't need a new summoner in the game because of all the other summoners that are there can do. It doesn't hurt to have a new summoner, because again, if you don't have your Daniel at Awaken with 5, your summoner team is going to suffer. I'm telling you that right now. It's not the same, because once his bear come online, being able to move around, walk around, and do big damage, the summoner team is not the same. So, and that's my opinion on that, because again, yes, they can do all of that fun stuff that he recommended in the comments that the summoners can do, but at the same time, Daniel is now the linchpin of the summoner team. Once you get him to Awaken at 5, he becomes that. So the question now is, right, when it comes to Leo, would Leo bring that to the table? I just don't see it. I don't see it. And with Leo here, Awaken at 5, that's going to take some time. Where else can you get the material? Outside of buying it outright, spending money on the game, where can you get it? Because you can't get it here. You can't go in here and purchase it. You added elite heroes. That who's gonna buy that? Even if I was getting 100 of these coins a day, I would not buy the elite heroes. And I don't recommend you spend the coins on anything in here other than this. Other than this, that's the only thing. This stuff, don't even bother. Don't even. You'll get that through summoning. Don't even bother wasting your coins here. I shouldn't even have to tell you that, but people still ask. So again here, chapter 15, it's easy for some people. Some people struggle. I did struggle through it on this account, and I struggled through it on my main account. You cannot clear it. Eventually you'll get to a point where you can, and you'll get to 16 and you'll struggle some more. If you're struggling with 15, you're gonna struggle when you get to 16. So, but with him, he pretty much did okay until that 15-9 where he was just being solo targeted. But if you split him, he could definitely handle it. And I want to see what was that big heal. So he did a big heal here. So let's try to figure out what happened. So at some point in the Guardian state, yeah, it's not the Guardian state. So, and it's not the ultimate. So at some point there, he healed himself up for like 4 million. I don't know. You can go back and go check the video. But at some point in the video, he healed himself a lot. And I can't quite put my finger on where this healing is coming from. I think this is it. Hold a second. I think this is it. After the start of battle, restores HP equal to 100%. Okay, so that's what it is. Okay, that's what it is. So that's what happened. So after 12 seconds, he pretty much fully re-heals himself, which is cool. If you can survive that 12 seconds. That's the other thing too. If you can't survive that 12 seconds, you're going to die. So, oh wow. And no talents done. So he was doing all of that without talents. Wow. Okay. All right. Talents are done. And where could I take him real quick? Just before we get out of here. Where could I take a tank? Outside of playing that. See, there's nothing here that utilizes tanks. Go through our bit of how they can improve the game. So here, let's open this up on Thursdays, right? Everything should be open on Thursdays and Sundays. Cool, right? Because again, for a content creator, I want to test out Battlefield of Azura. Now I have to wait all the way until Sunday. Yes, I could have did it yesterday, but I made another video yesterday. I didn't want to make other content, right? And also, there's one other thing I want you guys to do, right? I know everybody's would appreciate this, right? So let's go here into guild. This is a free-to-play guild. They're not really that active, but they do clear all the way to 18, right? But that's beside the point. What I would love to have in here is the ability to, create a team, submit it, and I can attack it, and also my guildmates can attack it. So that way, that's another way. That's a way to test. So for instance, if I have a summoner team, I would put it in there. If I want to add Purin versus Cervelli, that way my guildmates can help me out. That also creates interaction, because again, your guildmates will come up with teams. Because again, outside of me having to write it, you know how hard it is to write on here, right? I could literally, you could put it down here next to the smiley face or whatever, whatever you want to call it, a simulation and simulated teams or whatever title you want to use. But that way you can pretty much create your team, submit it. A lot of games have this. There's a couple of other games that have that. So it's not like it's a new idea. And that way your guildmates can attack it. You can test it out. You can even put one hero in there and test out survivability versus 5 heroes, whatever the case may be. I think that would be a fun thing to add. It's just one of those little things where I can test out my teams. There's no real place where I can test out my teams, and we need that in this game. Obviously, there's plenty other things that need to be fixed, and that's all she wrote for this episode. Again, if there's anything you need help with, please comment down below. And for those that are new to the content, if you are interested in progressing your account, managing your resources, this is the channel you want to subscribe to. And if you've been rocking with me, make sure you hit the like button. Until the next video, peace.